It's currently Friday, September the 16th. I'm pretty sure it's the 16th, which means 11 days until my first big quote-unquote prediction. A little bit about September 27th. I mean, I don't entirely know what's going to happen, but that date came to me actually before I went to the desert. It's a big story I'm going to have to tell at some point, but for about a week before I went to the desert, my third eye was doing that lightsaber thing that I was talking about in my last prediction videos. I have to use quotes because, I'm not a psychic, I'm highly empathic, but well, anyway. So at the beginning of that week before I went to the desert, I could just see a calendar and a big red arrow pointing right in between September and October. And if you go to my Reddit account and you look at Go to Vigoda, my old account, just go to my subreddit and look at the mod list, and Go to Vigoda is one of them. And that's my previous account. And if you look at my submitted post, you can kind of see my process of figuring all this out before I saw the biggest picture. But well, anyway, before I went to the desert, I just saw a calendar with a big red arrow pointing between September and October. And even before I went to the desert, that arrow had moved to September 27th. And, as I've said many times, this is all new to me, and that week was really the beginning of the strangeness. I guess I'd be talking about a week before, so about August 4th through 11th, because I went into the desert on August 11th. And later, when I figured out more about the enemy's numerology system and kind of reverse engineered what the values were, it really adds up. It's all about the threes in a lot of ways, the threes and the 11s. And if you look at when JFK was shot, there's a lot of threes in that date. The Dallas police shooting, I think there's actually, I might be wrong about that one. I'm not sure. Go double check that for me and yourself. But my point being that the enemy takes numerology very seriously. The enemy runs a very tight schedule. Everything's very planned. And that's really what I'd say about September 27th. So about today, which is in a lot of ways apropos of nothing, it's been a great day. It's been a great day. I got a wonderful full night's rest. Don't know how well you can see my bug bites, but there's my only complaint about where I'm sleeping is there's bugs, and I'm apparently delicious. So I have a lot of new red freckles. Let's call them red freckles. But aside from that, I got a really good night's rest. I woke up. I was in a good mood. I'm pretty much always in a good mood these days because you live without fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There's nothing to be unhappy about. Like I'm friendly. I compliment almost everyone I see on any stupid little thing that might catch my eye. Their shirt, their dress. You have pretty eyes. And it's great. I'm so happy, and I'm just filled with so much love for everyone I meet. But yeah, my day was wonderful. I went back to that soup kitchen today and had some delicious salad and some fruit salad, which I'm not crazy about fruit salad, but it's still fruit, so I'm happy about it. And some cheese pizza, which was great because I was actually like hankering, that's the word, hankering for some cheese pizza. And I picked up a loaf of cheese bread for the weekend, which I don't really need, but hey, cheese bread, food is so good. No idea how good food is to me. Some nice young man bought me a couple of Black and Milds. Thank you, Andy. I've spoken to, I think, 2 new individuals about my message. Neither seem particularly receptive, but that's not my problem. I just do the best I can to explain my point of view. And then I went to the bar and I got into this crazy argument with these demons. Oh, it was a pair of twins, and I was getting it in stereo about how you can better society by getting a job and being a part of the system. But yes, it's a rigged system, but you should still be a part of it so you can make the world a better place through having a day job. And I told them that I used to write code, and like, oh yeah, well, coders, I mean, you guys really making a difference. Dude, as a coder, you work a long time on the most minor and trivial things, and then a month later your boss comes back and says, hey, it'd be cool if it did this other thing too, which doesn't fit into your original design at all, and you have to like do a bunch more work to add another little stupid thing. I love coding, I love creating, but professionally speaking, it's not the greatest profession. And since I don't give a shit about money, yeah, so I mean, those two were hilarious, and I was just getting it in stereo about how I was making them feel bad because I'd, I'd bummed a smoke from one of them earlier, and that was a huge sacrifice for them, and it was hard for me not to like laugh and pretend that I still took them seriously. It's like talking to them online. At least online, I don't have to pretend I take them seriously anymore. But in person, I try to play nice and like, all right, I know what the game is going on right here, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna stress about it. But I'm also at the same time not gonna stand up and scream demon, demon, demon. And I did ask them the "Are you human?" question, and I should probably start recording those because these two demons always do the same things. They try to make it a philosophical question, which is why I generally preface it with, I need to ask you a question, and it's not a philosophical question. I'm looking for a direct answer here. Simple explanation. They still try to make it into a philosophical question because they can't answer it. They can't just say yes. Isn't it beautiful being human? We can lie. We don't have much reason to lie, but I guess if I'm being completely honest, I have been stretching the truth a little bit just to get away with my adventures and to run into less resistance. One thing I've learned about the demons, and it's especially obvious online, if one of them knows something, everything knows, or all of them know it. So I'm trying to be careful about what information I share. Like, I'm not saying where I'm sleeping, any of that. But those two demons at the bar did buy me a Bloody Mary, which is exactly what I was hoping I would get today. Thank you, demons. I limit myself to one drink a day, but I very much thought, man, a Bloody Mary would be great. Oh, and earlier I had a hot shower with soap. So I feel really good right now. I feel nice and clean and scrubbed, even though it'd been 5 days, actually, since I had my last shower. I didn't feel that gross. I knew I smelled a bit like, a human being, but I didn't feel that gross. I've been taking some sink baths, where you just kind of wet a rag and wipe yourself down real quick to get rid of the excess funk. But aside from that, it's kind of surprisingly clean. But I'm trying to be careful about that because it's okay to be homeless. It's not okay to smell homeless, as I've probably said on video before. And it certainly helps with the presentation if you don't sit down with dirt and mud all over yourself. My message is crazy enough. I don't need for my personal appearance to be a diminishing factor. But it's still great being here in Denton. Everyone's incredibly wonderful. I still have a place to sleep, a place to shower. Actually ran into an old friend today that I didn't expect to see here in town at all. I'd asked about him and I thought he was gone, and then I'm going to meet up with him again tomorrow morning. And he actually told me about an even older friend who is even more surprisingly in town. And I know where he works, but I haven't seen him yet. But that's good. I might actually have a couch to sleep on at some point in the near future, which would be cool. I might not, wake up with many bed bugs, but hey, whatever takes. Whatever comes my way, I'm thankful for. So this video seems long enough at this point, so I just want to tell you that I love you all. I thank you very much for being here. And once again, when you've proven to yourself that these things are true, you have to speak up. And it'll be ridiculous at first to you. I mean, if you go watch my first video, there's like 2 minutes of me laughing afterwards, just because I had to acknowledge the fact that I was going to talk to a plastic camera about demons. But I'm more accustomed to talking to this plastic camera now about demons or not. Also, there's a lot of college girls here, which is, despite being celibate, some very nice scenery. Still a man, what can you do? But whatever medium works best for you, if it's online, if it's on person, do it. Speak up. Promote the subreddit if you don't know how to say it. Just get the message out there. Help free the world. Help. I love all you people so much. You're so much more beautiful than you've been allowed to realize. And we can go back to the garden. We just have to keep waking people up, one person at a time. So whatever way you can do that, do it. I appreciate it. Your fellow man will appreciate it, and everyone will think you're a prophet in however long it takes. I don't know how long it takes, but I'm on this ride to the end. I love you. Hi all, Chris Oliver here. I have a shiny new haircut. You like that? I like it. It's shaving your head is incredibly freeing, and since I am sleeping in the dirt, it also seems like a good hygiene move, because you can't get no hair dirty. Simple as that. Today is Sunday the 17th, I do believe, and I swear I'm going to fix the date on my camera at some point. I just the other day kind of stumbled on how to do that, but I still haven't bothered. Yeah, Sunday the 17th. I'm about to go do my second open mic here. I'm gonna go sign up is in about an hour. There's an ant on my water. I started my fast today. I have not eaten anything except I was walking by some abandoned fries and I went, oh, those look tasty. So I grabbed a fry. So far, that's been my food for today is a fry. Uh, Last night was actually last night. I had some cheese bread. Still do have some cheese bread back in my base, which I feel a little guilty about wasting. But it's gonna go bad before I'm done with my fast, and no one really wants a half-eaten loaf of bread, so I can't really give it away. Most likely, maybe I'll bring it up here. There's a lot of my fellow homeless that I'm sure might be happy and willing to eat it. But there's also the soup kitchen isn't too far away. I'm currently sitting outside the courthouse in the square here in Denton, which is, not anything exciting, but it's certainly a historic landmark here in town. Today I've run into 3 demons that could answer the "Are you human?" question. I've kind of condensed my question down to just "Are you human?" and not "Are you completely human?" just for the sake of simplicity. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that all 3 of them were still demons, just kind of based on the questions they asked. Fascinating individuals. Had some good conversation nonetheless, and I've come to enjoy the nitpicking, because that's really what gives them away is the nitpicking of the smallest details and trying to exploit it. And one of them tried to convince me that I was inspiring a witch hunt, which I'm not inspiring a witch hunt, and my message is one of awareness. And I don't talk about these things without saying they can't hurt us, and we don't need to hurt or attack them. It's purely a message of awareness. But I did just meet a lovely couple inside who both passed the "Are You Human?" test, and both had good spolls. Both were open and receptive to what I had to say. So hopefully reached some actual humans there. That's all you can do is talk to people and hope you're finding the right target. And if you're not, you move on and you talk to someone else. And I talk to everyone I can, but it is very much the kind of thing where, time and a place, you just kind of have to trust your instincts. That these are people you should talk to, and then you talk to them. But I guess that's about my day. A few demons wasted my time. Offered to buy me things, which I said no to. That's another one of the easy giveaways. If you are, if you present yourself as a penniless wanderer, which I am, demons are generally pretty quick to say, "Can I buy you something? Do you need food?" And no, you don't need food. And I know I'm only on day 1 of my fast, and I've had a fry. Take from that what you will. But I do plan to keep it up for the week. It's just going to be a week-long fast because I do enjoy food. Food is delicious to me. But I feel that, it's time to prove to myself that I don't need it. I keep saying that I don't need it, so it's time to prove to myself that that's true. And I have fasted for a week before. I actually fasted in high school, which was many years ago. I recently learned my 20th high school reunion is actually coming up, and yeah, not going to that. But I did fast for a week in high school and suffered no real ill effects, except that it did kind of leave a lasting influence on my appetite. My appetite was certainly much less after that. I went back to eating normally, but I didn't feel hunger like I used to. And now I'm very much of the opinion that hunger is based on fear. Hunger is based on a fear of not having food. And so once you live without fear, you can learn to live without hunger. And that's basically what I'm trying to prove to at least myself here. I'm not going to videotape myself 24/7 to prove to anyone that I haven't eaten anything. I can just tell you the truth as I have been, as crazy as the truth may be. So, as always, I love you dearly. Thank you much for being here. As always, if you have proven these things to be true to yourself, join the fight. Join Team Love. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Simple as that. Any way you can, speak up. If you can make videos, make videos. If you can talk to people, talk to people. If you don't feel like you're good at communicating, and it won't be easy at first, you will look foolish in front of some people. You just gotta say it and try it and get better. It's like all things. Practice, practice, practice. Makes perfect, perfect, perfect. Back to me. Wait, that's not a song, is it? Anyway, I love you. Please speak up. Please join Team Love. Team Love, we need you. It's time to go back to the garden.